Hello friends, I am Ali Becker again with a new video. In my previous video I have told you regarding the concept, the structure and how to execute a function in Python, though it was a very simple or a simplest form of a function. And this is my second part of the series of function, as I have promised you that I will make some 7 to 8 videos in this series. After that you will be mastering the concept of functions in Python. So moving forward from my first video, if you haven't watched it, please watch it carefully from the beginning to end, so you will be clear regarding the concept and how to define a function in Python. That is very important. Now today the topic of my video is functions having positional arguments. Now I have to clear you what are the argument and parameters also before doing the practical explanation. Now moving forward, I am taking a back here. This is my slide which I want to show you. Now I have told you in my previous video that first of all, for defining a function you have to use the keyword called def, then the function name, then the parenthesis, and I have used this empty parenthesis in my first video. Now what's the change in it? While defining the function name, inside the parenthesis I have used parameters, and these are the object which we will be using inside the body of function for the task we want to perform. For example, I will explain it with an example so that it will be better for you to understand the concept. For example, I want to add two integers, but I will not use any of them in the body to define them. So what I will do is just I will write print add integer 1 plus integer 2 in the function. Now what are integers 1 and integer 2? I will define them while defining the function name inside the parenthesis. For example, n1 comma n2, it means that it will add n1 and n2 inside the body function. Now what are arguments here? While recalling the function, for example, I will give 5 comma 6. Now the object we will use inside the body of a function for our tasks, we will call, first of all define it when defining the function. At that time they are called the parameters, but the time when we will give the value to that parameters, and that time is while recalling the function, then they will be called the arguments of the functions. Hope you have been cleared here what parameters are and what arguments are in the Python's functions. Now I will give the practical example what I have been telling to you in this video. I am going to PyCharm here. Now first of all I would write the def keyword as I have told you in my previous video. Now I am again taking an add function. Now a parenthesis and a semicolon. Now I am going to write print n1 divided by n2, since I am going to perform the integer division, so I am using 2 times the backslash. Now I will call this function that is add. Now this is very similar to my previous video, but what is missing here, I haven't mentioned what is n1 and n2 inside the body, just because I will be giving the value to n1 and n2 first of all through the parameters while defining the function. Here I am giving here the n1 and then n2 because I want to take help of these n1 and n2 while performing the tasks of division. n1 and n2 are parameters. Now while I'm giving the value to the n1 and n2, I am writing 12 and comma 3. These will be called the arguments of the function add. Now I'm going to run it in front of you. What happens, you will see. Here you have the answer 4. What happens whenever the function is going to be executed? First of all it will want what is n1 then n2. Now 12 will be given to n1 and 3 will be given to n2, and after that the task will be performed, that is n1 divided by n2, and the result will be there. But one thing that is very important, why they are called positional arguments? Just because the elements given to the parameters that are actually arguments will be given by their position. I will elaborate it like that. It will never happen that 3 in this example will given to the n1 or 12 to n2. Why always 12 is given to n1 and 3 is n2? Because they are always referred by their position. Since n1 comes first and 12 come first, so 12 will be referred to n1 always and 3 will be referred to n2. So the referring to the parameters of arguments with due because of their position is called the positional arguments in the function. It is very important because we made a simple mistake by because of ordering this in wrong ordering in the argument. So be careful guys while putting the argument while calling the function. Now I want you to give some other example as well, so hope so it will be more clear to you. For example, I am defining a function that is full name, and then I am going to take two variable now, that is f name, for example first name, and then l name, that is our last name, and then a semicolon. These two are our parameters. Then I am going to print our f name, and then I am going to concatenate it with a gap, and then again concatenate with the last name, l name. This is here, and now what I have to give is argument. First of all, I will write the name of our function, that is full name. Now I want to give the first name to the f name and the last name to the l name, and it is very important since it is a positional argument. Now I am going to print, I am going John here, and then comma. For the l name I am going to give Robert here. Now what happens, you will see then. Now I'm going to run this function. Here you go, it has printed John Robert. John to the f name and Robert to the last name. It never happens that Robert should be referred to f or John to the last. This is the most important aspect you have to remember in the positional arguments of functions in Python. So this was a very important video guys that I wanted to make you, and hope you will be clear in this also. And I will be covering some more arguments and types of parameters in my further videos in this series. Hope it will be clear. I will be back again with some more content. So if you haven't liked my video yet, like it, subscribe it by hitting the bell icon, share my videos, give me suggestions through your comments. My channel is Tech Park. We'll meet you again in the next video. Thank you.